Here we go. It's for all the marbles right here. Uh-oh. Let's go. Let's go.
And good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Florida Youth Football League broadcast live of the game of the century here. Brandon O'Doy with 007 along by my side. This has got to be one of the most electric youth football atmospheres that we have seen.
Definitely so. This is the game of all games. Right here. You watching it.
Absolutely. The game has just gotten underway. This is the 10 and under FYFL Super Bowl Championship featuring the Lauderhill Lions and the Miami Gardens Chiefs, better known as the Golden Army. The Lions are in the electric yellow. Handoff around the left-hand side. Big game on the play. He'll pick up a first down. Setting the stage for this, these two teams met earlier in the season. It was a game that went down to the very wire. The Lions pulled it out on the very last play of the game. These two teams have been playing in the Super Bowl for the last several years, going back and forth and during the regular season. Usually the team that scores first is the team that wins. It's usually a one-score game, but 007, one thing I've noticed, as they get older, they're scoring more and becoming more sophisticated on offense and defense.
Well, that's how it works. It takes a little maturity to do on offense. Pretty much anybody can do defense. But when you get these high-power offenses like that,
on the first down run, the running back goes up the middle for a nice game on the play. And Coach Gruder from Lauderhill has this offense always ready and poised to pound and ground on the run game.
Yes, they do. They're very dynamic. With this, do you see this front line?
To be honest with you, for a 10U offensive line, this is one of the largest lines that I've seen. You look at your right tackle there. number 99 at the bottom of your screen. That young man is probably taller than me. I'm 5'10" and a half. That'll bring up second down in about 5.
He's bigger than the coaches.
Small gain on the play. Set the atmosphere at 007 for those who don't understand the significance of this game.
This is big. This is probably hands down the best 2 10 and under teams in the country. You heard it right, in the country. Right here in the same league.
Well, they compete with everything. They compete on the field. They compete with the cheerleaders. They even compete with the uniforms.
Did you see the 13 Purple Machine change uniforms at halftime?
I did see that. Rob Mack always has so many tricks up his sleeve. Congratulations to him for winning the 13U football Super Bowl championship. This will bring up an important third down. Lauderhill hands the ball off left-hand side. Sees a little daylight. Flag on the play. Got to see what they call here.
What I like about how number 8 runs the ball for the Lauderhill Lions, he stays in between the tackles. It's hard to find that at 10U to make your money in between the tackles.
I think what you're going to find with this Lauderhill team is these guys are fundamentally coached. Hey, let's not do all of this east-west running. Let's run north and south. As we take a pause for the water break, they're incredibly well coached on both sides. Let's talk about these coaches. These are 2 individuals and coaching staffs that have been together for years. The cohesiveness of these coaching staffs is probably what makes this game so competitive.
And you can definitely see it on the field. You can see it in their execution. You can see it in how the kids shift on their own. Like, one thing as a coach, I coached offensive coordinator for 10 years. It's hard. It's one thing to yell and tell the kids to be in a position. It's another thing for the kids to shift by themselves. That shows a great coaching job, a great coaching staff right there in itself.
Well, when you teach young men how to play football instead of how to run plays, that's what happens.
Definitely, you hit it right on the head. And one player my favorite player of the season is number 1 for the Lauderhill Lions, Nick the Quick, the Magnificent. He's electric. Every time he touches the ball, it could go 6.
You talk about a very exciting young man and Mr. Nick, and he's the guy that just made an incredible play. We've got a series of penalties here. In 007, these are the things that you cannot afford, especially early in a Super Bowl broadcast, early in the Super Bowl matchup. You have a scenario where you got some nerves. You know, as a coach, you know that at the youth football level, how do you settle kids down and really help them to play fundamental football?
Well, it's definitely hard, but see, one thing about these 2 teams, they've been here year after year after year. So it's nothing new to them. You know, this is just a walk in the park. We had an interview. The coach from Lauderhill, he said they like themselves over the Golden Army by 3 touchdowns.
Well, here's a critical third down play. They throw the bubble, goes on the outside. It's well defended by the Golden Army. Now let's get back to that commentary. You said the Golden Army coach really likes his team.
The Lauderhill Lions coach said he likes them by 3 touchdowns over the Golden Army.
Well, I don't know which coach that was, but
that was the head coach.
I'd be willing to bet the lives of my children that they're not going to win by 3 touchdowns. This is just no disrespect to the coach. One of the reasons there's so many people tuned into this Florida Youth Football League broadcast and so many people are in the stands is because this game is so competitive. 4th down, we'll get a great punt here.
That's a good punt.
And I don't know about you, but in the youth, especially below 11U, I don't feel punts if I'm a head coach.
You're right. Me, it's all situational depending on your kicker, but 9 times out of 10, you don't have a kicker like that. I'm going full hard. I'm right with you on that one.
Well, that'll bring up the first possession here for the Golden Army. You know about this team because they have the ability to run the football at a high level. What can we expect from offense from the Chiefs?
Well, what I know about the Chiefs give you a dynamic range of players. They got little fast guys. They got bruisers. Their quarterback can run it. They're just a well-balanced offense. Now, the Lions, on the other hand, they're more of, you know what they're going to do. But the Chiefs have a wide range of ways they can hit you.
Well, they're getting hit with a penalty right off the bat, going in the wrong direction. That's not good. Again, those pregame and early game jitters here. These kids are only 10 years old. No matter how big they look, they're still very young. In many cases, 10, just turning 11 years old. First down play. Dive to the right. Absolutely nothing. Lauderhill all over that first down run in 007. You know, you talked about the multi-dimensional nature of the Chiefs. What kind of things can we expect for them offensively, the various sets that they run?
They hit you with a bunch of different formations. They make sure they're well coached. They make sure you shift appropriately. But it's once again, it's still an uphill battle. It's like once you get to this level of playing, you're not going to trick the kids. It may come down to one play who wins this game.
It usually does in this game. Second down, shotgun snap. The ball goes out to the right, and it looks like it was picked off. Wow, an incredible interception for Lauderhill. This is the type of early game situational thing that cannot go your way to put you in a deep hole. What an incredible interception on that one.
Let's check that play out again on the instant replay. Let's check this out.
Quarterback will take the snap here. Now watch this. The Lauderhill defender seems like he knew what was happening. He gets the rush and he throws right into the defender. Wow, 007.
Wow.
What a huge play.
First turnover today. First turnover. I can feel this sideline getting energetic. Now you said,
wait a minute. It looks like something didn't go according to the play. Did they take that off the? Wow. Looks like Lauderhill is still on the defensive side. I would love to know the explanation for that one. And I can hear the Lauderhill faithful behind me. They are not happy.
Security. Security. One thing about this game, people are on their edge for this game right here.
Well, this is typically what happens in the Florida Youth Football League. It is one of the most popular and obviously one of the most competitive youth football leagues in the country, and it brings these electric crowds, but it also brings a ton of passion. People want to see their teams win, and when controversial, questionable things happen in the football game, like Ricky Ricardo used to say, Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
You're definitely right on that one. Especially, I want to know what was the call. We got to bring a ref over here and get an explanation on that one.
I'm sure we can get one of these coaches to give us the 411 on what happened, and I think 007 is going to turn into a sideline reporter for us and kind of get, the breakdown. It looked like a clear interception, but he's going to get the call, and it sounds like they call pass interference 007 on that one, so it's going to turn into Chiefs first down ball. You talked about it, multi-dimensional, guys motioning from everywhere. Short dive, not much on the run play, maybe about one. That's going to bring up second down. Now give us the explanation you got.
I don't know. To me, it looked like he jumped that route. Maybe he got there a little too soon. Well, one thing about pass interference, it can go either way. Depending on how the ref sees it, another ref can see it totally different. But you got to play through it. You got to play on.
Well, what looked to be a disastrous start for the Golden Army was averted. Instead of throwing an interception, pass interference was called. They now have second down and 10 on their first offensive series of the game. You're watching the FYFL Super Bowl live on the Florida Youth Football channel, and I am Facebook page. I'm Brandon O'Doy from Football Hotbed, broadcasting live with 007. And it's a wonderful day for football here at the Super Bowl in Hollandale Beach, at Hollandale Beach High School. Second down play. Ball goes to the air.
Nice throw.
And it is complete. He's got home.
Oh!
Here. Golden Army.
Wow!
And just like that.
Wow!
Check this out. Golden Army. Listen. That is what happens when a call you think is going your way, you come right back and you gouge them for a touchdown.
All right, here we go. Let's check out the instant replay on that one. What a call. What a call.
You got second and long, and then all of a sudden, they've been running the ball, putting everybody to sleep, and then the pass goes over the middle, and it's all speed from there. And Golden Army gets on the board first. Now, I will point out,
wow,
this is, and you know this, 007, this extra point may be a game-worthy extra point because it always comes down to a kick in this game.
You're right. It always comes down to it. You can't take one single point for granted with these two teams.
All right, I'm sure Golden Army's been practicing this. Doesn't look like it's going to be good, and it's not. 6-0. And put a pin or a bookmark in that extra point, 007, for later on in this game.
One thing about Lauderhill Lions, they can depend on their kicker.
They can kick. Let's
check out that touchdown one more time.
Yeah, we got to go back to that. Now, watch this. There's so many people in the box here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. 6 guys in the box. They're looking for run, and they do the exact opposite and pass, and then it's all speed. What a call. You said it. You did say it.
Yeah, what a call.
Multi-dimensional on offense. You talked about it. And exactly what you said. They had been running. And then all of a sudden, they began to lull the Lions asleep. They got the call, the favorable call that they needed. And then they used that to their advantage. And then they hit the Lauderhill Lions where it hurts, right over the middle for a pass, and then the speed was just too much.
You're watching it right here. The game of the century. It come down to these two teams. Who you got?
Okay, so Lauderhill is back on offense now for their second offensive possession here. They trail now 6-0. And like we talked about at the outset of this broadcast, usually the team that scores first has an incredible advantage. It's been that way since 8U. It used to be the team that scores first, that was basically the winner. I think it's a little bit more sophisticated than that now, but the Lions have a hole they have to deal with on first down.
You're definitely right about that.
Nice first down run there for the Lauderhill Lions.
The Lions aren't used to being down, so we're going to see. They done got punched in the mouth early.
Well, I think this is going to test the metal. I think everybody knew coming into this game. I think that's why everybody is here. There was no guarantee on what was going to happen into this game. The game that we saw earlier during the season with a last-minute walk-off touchdown for Lauderhill, it may have worked maybe to their disadvantage, giving them maybe a comfort level coming into this game that, hey, you know, we're a much better team than these guys. But really, from what I've seen, and I don't know if you agree, 007, these teams are evenly matched.
Yes, you're right. They're definitely,
Just as I say that, a big break. Number 8 is going. He could. He might. We talked about it. These are two Very, very evenly matched teams, 007.
Wow. Oh, flag on the play. Flag on. Oh!
Wow. It will be negated.
Oh!
The call on the field. Call on the field is a hold on Lauderhill. And it is a crushing.
Wow.
That is a crushing penalty. That's the second consecutive huge call that goes against Lauderhill in the last 5 minutes of this football game.
Security. Wow. Hey, the refs aren't scared to take it back, as you can see.
The interesting thing is they still pick up a first down because the play, the holding penalty happened after he picked up the first down. So it's still a first down and 10 Lauderhill, but man, negates a huge run there for the Lions.
Wow.
First and 10, number 8 gets the ball again. No. He goes around the left-hand side, doesn't find a lot of daylight, but 007, you've got to do a job of explaining, how that makes you feel as an offense when you get big chunks of yards taken back away from you.
Wow, that's crazy.
So second and just a little bit. Got some commotion on the field trying to figure out what's going on. I think they've got a water break call on the field. But, as we said, 007, big chunks of yards taken off the field. How does that make you feel as an offensive coach?
I know, definitely, especially when you fought so hard. Every yard counts in this game. For you to get a strike like that, oh man, it's devastating. It's like, what do? Do you bring that play back? Now, I was an offensive coordinator for about 10 years. How do you approach that? You say that play in the back of your play and bring it back out later?
Well, you've got to think about using that play again because you had so much success, but now you've shown your hand. And so the question becomes, when do you bring it back? And it looks like number 8, they gave him the ball on the very next play, going the opposite way. And we got a change of half. That was the break here. We're now in the second quarter. Golden Army 6-0 over Lauderhill. And if you're just joining us, we're in the second quarter of play here in this 10U FYFL Super Bowl. Golden Army came out in their first possession with a big strike. 70-yard TD pass. Lauderhill's trying to answer now. The quarterback gets run out of bounds. That was Lee Prince Jr. on the defense for Golden Army.
I know one thing. The Lauderhill Lions are in some unfamiliar territory. Look at the energy on the sidelines. I've never seen this. Look at them. Look at the coaches.
Yeah, I mean,
it's only 6-0.
We're reading some lips, but we can't translate it on air. It's a family broadcast, and it's early in this game. It's only the beginning of the second quarter.
It's only the beginning.
But like I said,
they're not used to being here. They're not used to being in this position.
This is a 4-quarter game, 007. So we got to see what happens here, but you definitely can't turn the ball over. You definitely can't get penalties. Number 2 to the air, great pass. It's number 8 again, and it looks like he's going to pick up the first down. That is a dynamic athlete.
Man, they are bringing out the air attack today. Like it's early and often.
It's truly interesting and truly remarkable, really, for 10 and 11-year-old players at 10U to be able to throw the ball around like that. And I think you have to give credit to the 7-on-7 leagues and the off-season preparation.
Yeah, absolutely
and
right.
These coaches that are developing these young athletes to be able to handle these intricate offenses at even a young age.
You're right. That's just exactly what it is. That 7-on-7, they're playing football year-round.
Golden Army wants to talk about it, and they should, because the Lauderhill Lions are driving on the Golden Army, inside the Golden Army 25-yard line. You're watching the FYFL broadcast of the Super Bowl. 10U, want to thank you for joining us live for wherever you may be on the World Wide Web. Brandon O'Doy of footballhotbed.com, joined alongside FYFL broadcaster 007. And 007 as a coach, you got your team up 6-0 if you're Golden Army, and you're saying to yourself, hey, we're playing some pretty good football, but this is an important drive to get a stop here if you're the Chiefs.
You're definitely right. Well, you want to keep that momentum. The Chiefs aren't used to having that momentum. They're usually down, going up against. Last during the regular season, they were up the whole. Well, after they scored, they was up pretty much the whole game until the last play, and that's what it came down to.
Came down to the last play. It may come down to the last play here. Chiefs wanted to talk about it, and that's a good timeout for the Chiefs to regroup and refocus their kids on some of the game planning here, because it looks like Lauderhill's kind of figured a few things out offensively. The shotgun pass goes to the flats.
Uh-oh. Man, they're airing it out.
Nice pickup there and some extracurricular activity on the sidelines. There's no love lost between these young men. I mean, these guys are like, every time they think about winning the Super Bowl, they know they've got to go through each other. And there's just there's a lot of respect between these coaching staffs, but there's definitely no love lost in between the lines of the football field. It's going to bring up 1st down and 10 for the Lions. They are threatening here as we get to the middle point of the second quarter. 8:37 left to go in the first half. Shotgun formation, a running back on each side. It's going to be a stoppage of play, looking for the referee signal. I think we got a timeout call here by Lauderhill. 6-0 for Golden Army. They got there by teasing the run, and then all of a sudden on a 6-man, 8-man front, threw a pass right up the seam, racing for a 70-yard touchdown.
You watching it right here, Florida Youth Football League Super Bowl. Here we go.
Hot cookies, good. Can you send us some hot cookies? Good, send the hot cookies.
We back.
And we're back live here. Brandon O'Doy, 007. Golden Army leading the Lauderhill Lions 10U Super Bowl action. FYFL shotgun snap. Looks like the quarterback was looking to hand the ball off and no one was there to receive it. And that's going to bring up an all-important
Third down.
third down play. 5-yard loss on the play. Looks like 007, Lauderhill had some things going offensively. The Chiefs called that timeout, and ever since they did that, that made a difference.
I think they had to tighten up on that air game. Lauderhill Lions is coming in throwing. It's like this is not what I saw when they first matched up. I saw run, number 8, off tackle. Now it's like you don't know what they're going to do. And they haven't even started to go to the dynamic number 1, Mr. Nick.
Well, I don't think it'll be too much longer before you hear from him.
Look at it.
Shotgun pass. It looks like they're setting up a screen, and they are. It was well executed. Look at the big mollies downfield. They go into the end zone.
Wow.
Touchdown, Lauderhill.
Wow.
You are watching 007, two of the best 10U teams. This is not going to be a one-score game. They're going to fight for 4 quarters. Let's take another look at the well-executed screen pass from the Lauderhill Lions before we get this all-important extra point. Quarterback sets up here now. He's going to be patient. They're going to let the rush come all the way in, and then at the last minute, dumping it off to the
Wow.
Let's get this extra point here. Here it is up.
All right.
And it's no good, but it looks like the referees have called an offside penalty.
Wow.
An offside penalty has been called against the Golden Army. They're going to get a chance, 007, to re-kick this extra point.
Wow.
That's going to make a difference in who's going to walk away with this lead. All right. This is very important for an early control in this game. Now look at this. We got a young man in motion on the extra point. The ball goes up. Doesn't look like it's going to be good. It is no good. So we got 6-6.
Wow. Let's check this instant replay out one more good time.
So Lauderhill, how did they get back into the ball game? They did it through the air. Watch the quarterback be very patient, let the entire line rush in, get a great downfield block by two of his offensive linemen.
Wow.
And then take it to the house.
Did you see them big boys get upfield?
You talked about it. You talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast and how critical they are. How well coached was that play?
Wow.
Where can you find in the country 10-year-olds blocking downfield at 200 plus pounds, blocking downfield, running downfield, picking up blocks? Man, this is the FYFL. There's nothing like it. It's truly an incredible day for football here. We're in Hollandale Beach, Florida. The Florida Youth Football 10U Super Bowl Championship. Two of the best teams in all of the country, the Golden Army, the Miami Gardens Chiefs, taking on the Lauderhill Lions, all tied at 6. You got 7 minutes left in the second quarter. I'm Brandon O'Doy, joined by 007, man. This is a game.
This is what we came to see. This is where we came up early. The stands are packed on both ends. They putting on the show.
Absolutely. A show indeed. And I think now the nerves have settled. And both of these teams have gotten on the board. They know they can score. It's going to be a situation now that the game has pretty much declared from an offensive and a defensive standpoint. And what I mean by that, both of these coaches have kind of gotten a window into how they're going to attack each other on offense and defense. Now we're going to see just who the best team is.
You're right. Hey, what a rebound by the Lions. They were chilled. They didn't press. They didn't panic. They stayed with their offense, and now what you see, now they're back in the driver's seat.
You have to see that both of these teams are incredibly poised. I remember being in 5th and 6th grade, and that's what these young men are. It's a very anxious moment, especially in an atmosphere like this. As we see the kickoff, it's handoff. It's foul. Who will come up with it? This is football. Oh my gosh, Lauderhill!
Wow! Wow!
Oh my goodness! It was not an onside kick attempt. But wow, look at the replay. The big kicker, we know all about him, 00, but it's just fumbled. Wow! By 2 players. Wow.
Uh-oh.
But I think there's going to be a penalty. Oh man, it's just. There's just. I wish our viewers could see how much tension there is on these sidelines. The excitement level. I mean, we might need the paramedics for some of these coaches.
Wow.
This is incredible football. But Lauderhill, let's stay with the key to this. Lauderhill is going to end up with this football as a result of just a well-managed special teams play.
Wow. I can't believe it. Wow.
So here we go. First and 10, 7:17 left in the second quarter. Lauderhill back on offense, looking to go deep. And he delivered.
Wow.
Mr. Nick catching the ball on his knees.
And the ball was very underthrown.
He caught it on his knee.
Yes, he did. Let's check it out again.
Lauderhill obviously looking to capitalize on their momentum. Number 2, he goes deep. He underthrows. But you can see the wide receiver beat 3 men in coverage
Wow.
in order to get that big explosive play on offense. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Lauderhill Lions, and they've got the momentum right now. Whistle on the play. Let's check the flag. It's going to be a false start penalty on Lauderhill. This is just nerves again, probably in consideration of what's happening. But, man, Lauderhill, I would say Lady Mo is definitely residing with the safety yellow Lauderhill Lions right now.
Wow.
After that big explosive play.
Wow.
Talk to me, 007.
Hey. I'm speechless. I just got to sit back and enjoy this game, man. Wow. And he underthrown him. I'll tell you, if you get that man the ball.
Well, we talked about it. It wasn't going to be too much longer that they were going to go without getting him involved. And now you finally see that he is involved. So, 1st and the penalty, another whistle again. Wow, this time a delay of game. So, you're going in the wrong direction if you're the Lauderhill Lions right now.
I mean, don't shoot yourself in the foot. You started off so good.
So let's talk about this. After a very explosive offensive play, after recovering the onside kick, I think it's fair to say the kick was just bobbled and mishandled by Golden Army.
You're right.
And they fell on it. Now Lauderhill has 2 consecutive offensive penalties. And now they throw the ball on a screen play, and that goes for negative yards. They're almost back at the original line of scrimmage.
You can't fool this Golden Army with the same play too many times. That screen before.
What do you do here now? When you got a big 3rd down here, it's 3rd and forever.
It's 3rd and forever.
Check that.
What would be my call? For this age group, I just set them up with the screen. Knowing me as a coordinator, the kids still, they feel they're going to jump a screen. So I'll fake the screen, and I'm going over top. That's what I would do.
You wouldn't run the ball here?
Nah. Nope.
You got the momentum. You don't want to do something, maybe put the ball in the air, risk a pick. We'll see.
Hey,
Shotgun. And here's the run. Safety first, 007.
Hey.
But there is another flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be face mask. It looks like it's going to be a face mask penalty. And I wonder if that's an automatic personal foul, face mask. That's going to be an automatic 1st down. Oh, my goodness.
That is major. That is major.
We've got to see. We got to see if that's going to be an automatic 1st.
Wow.
Water break timeout. We got to kind of figure out where they're going to be, but that was a huge one.
Wow. Like how? How could you put yourself in that position? Who did it? What was it? A super face mask or something?
Well, we talked about it. I knew that there's a lot of you don't want to put the ball in the air at that particular point, because you throw a pick there, especially a pick 6, you've completely spoiled your momentum. So you run the ball and you get prepared to punt. Remember that early in the game they had that great punt down the field, and I think you want to play with the momentum. You don't want to lose it intentionally. So a smart run play, and then, hey, good things happen when you play smart football. You get a face mask penalty, a personal foul.
And now it's a 1st down.
And now it's a 1st down. Wow. And if you're the Chiefs, wow. You had them completely going in the opposite direction, and then you commit just a tough penalty there. Not to be too hard on 10-year-olds, but, man, I mean, that's tough.
Well, the Chiefs got to look at it like this.
It's not going to bring up a 1st down, but it is going to bring up a manageable 2nd down. 2nd down, and we'll call it 7 here for the Lions.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. It looks like the referees are going over to talk to the the chain crew, or even the head coach over at the Lauderhill, at the Golden Army rather. So it is going to be second down. Call it 2nd and 8 here. Quarterback goes under center for Lauderhill. He drops back to hand the ball off. And that's
ain't off tackle. Didn't I tell you?
Oh, my goodness. Well, you talked about it. 8 right, 8 left.
Hey.
Can't go wrong.
Hey, off tackle, that's his meat and potatoes right there.
You got to deal with your meat and potatoes. That's what got you here. You have to continue to stay with what brought you to the dance. You're watching live the FYFL Super Bowl. The Golden Army and the Lauderhill Lions, 10U, two of the best teams in all of the country, fighting it out here, slugging it out here. And man, this is an incredible contest up to this point. It's going to bring up 3rd and short here for the Lions. The give again is, I believe, to number 8. He fumbled. It looks like the Chiefs are on it. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Just like that. Lady Mo goes back to the Golden Army. Man, what a game. Let's take a look at that one again. Looks like just a normal handoff, but there was a lot of penetration by that Chiefs defense.
Wow.
And you saw the ball was popped out by the Chiefs defender. And he got his hand on the ball in the process of wrapping him up. And, hey, now Golden Army gets the ball back. Now, what do you do if you're Golden Army here, 007? Because you've got to try to make something happen. You're backed up deep in your end zone, so you can't be too cute.
You're definitely right about that. I don't know. You got to use this momentum. In college, after every turnover, you'll see play action. It was almost guaranteed. I studied the game. You'll see it. In Little League, hey, you got to bring out them plays that you know that's going to go the distance.
Check it out. It's going to be a sweep. Player brought down, but it looks like he grabbed too much of the face mask. That's going to be a personal foul penalty on Lauderhill. They were the recipients of a personal foul face mask penalty just the last series, and now they commit one, and that gets Golden Army out of a big hole.
Lauderhill has had a lot of penalties this game. They're shooting themselves. This could be a 21-6 game right now.
Okay, we got you on record.
I mean, they called back two critical plays.
You're right. When you talk about mistake-free football, you know you're not going to get that at the 10U level, but you want to play as disciplined as possible. And I think the nerves have kind of settled down. So I think we're even as far as the expectations and what we're expecting from these two championship teams. Let's look at the resumes here. Golden Army beat a very good 8 Mile team early in the season, during the preseason. That was a team that had been calling them out for years.
Wow.
They shut them up, beat them up.
Just like that.
Shut them out. And now, after losing to this Lauderhill team, have got themselves right back into the Super Bowl, and they're looking for revenge.
Wow. Wow. 8 Mile called them out like that?
8 Mile called them out, came to Miami, and I haven't heard from them since. Have you?
Well, you know, a lot of these teams, they see this stuff on TV. They be like, "Oh, we could beat them," until you line up. Until you line up in
it's a different ball game. You got to line up and play Florida youth football. We call it the Flow League down here in South Florida, and we're having so much fun. You're watching the Flow League Super Bowl FYFL. Want to thank President Martin Maltzby for his generosity. This is a live broadcast on the FYFL page. Double reverse, and he fumbles the football, but I think the Golden Army got back on it. You know, that's what you traditionally used to see offensively from youth football teams. Let's watch that again. They've been jet sweeping, kind of lulling you in, and you talked about it, 007. So watch the double reverse here, and it was there.
Yes, it was. Ooh.
It was wide open.
Did you see the vision?
The vision was there. The cutback lane was there. But you got to hold on to the football.
I got to see that one more time. Like, watch that hole open up. And watch
it opened up like the parting of the Red Sea.
And this young man stick his foot in the ground and turn it upfield.
But you've been seeing motion all day for the Chiefs. And then all of a sudden, just when you think that play is going backside, he cuts it up. Let's get back to live action here. We got 2nd down and 8 for the Chiefs. Looks like a timeout called on the field in 007. I mean, things are starting to get a little bit intense as we approach halftime here.
Hey, you got two teams scrapping for it. They scrapping for every play. Hey, you can't take one play out in this game. You do one position, it might go.
No days off, no plays off
at all.
This is the FYFL Super Bowl. 6-6, your 10U championship score. 2:39 left to go in the first half. The Lauderhill Lions and the Golden Army, the Miami Gardens Chiefs, 10U are knotted at 6. Both teams scored, and both teams missed their extra point kicks. The Chiefs' kick was blocked, and the Lions' kick, after a penalty to move them closer, was just no good. 2nd down and 8 from the 27-yard line. Golden Army
shotgun.
Back to pass. The quarterback still on his feet, looking to get some. He gets very little. That's going to bring up an all-important 3rd down.
Third down and about 6. 3rd down and about 6.
You can tell that there's anxiety and nervousness in the atmosphere because this crowd that was very boisterous has now gotten on pins and needles as it's a tie game here.
You're right. They settled down. They came in all rah, rah, rah.
There's a lot on the line in this championship contest. Shotgun snap goes out to the flats. The pass is too short. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now, what do you do here, 007? You got about 2 minutes left in the half. Well, exactly a minute 57.
I'm playing it safe. I'm playing it right now.
Fundamental football?
I'm playing it safe. I'm playing it safe. I'm being conservative right about now.
So you see it here. 6-6, 4th down. Look at this crowd here. And this is just one side of the crowd, but they are out. Both of these teams have brought the city out.
In the elements.
In the elements. It's getting cooler, and that's going to play a little bit of a factor toward the end of this game because the sun was shining, and now we are at about just after 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This game will probably get concluded around 7, and temperature is probably going to drop. It's currently at 72 degrees here in Hollandale Beach. We're at Hollandale Beach High School in South Florida, Broward County, for the FYFL Super Bowl. Brandon O'Doy, a football hotbed, on the Florida Youth Football broadcast. Here with 007, FYFL correspondent. And 007, I got to go to you. You said on this 4th down play, keep it conservative. Play fundamental football. Punt the ball.
Hey, 2 minutes left. Now I'm playing field position. I'm going to say these 2 minutes, I'm not going to give them. I don't want to give them anything to go into the half and think they can do it. See, punt the ball. There you go.
Well, the punt is blocked, and that is the risk you take.
Wow.
That is the risk you take, 007.
Wow.
When you punt the ball at the youth level, that is the risk you take. And that's why lots of teams throw the ball, because even if you throw an interception, it's almost like a punt. Wow. And the punt is blocked. And now right before the half, Lauderhill has every opportunity to score again and take a commanding lead. Let's watch it again. And this is exactly why I've talked to so many youth football coaches from 11U and under. They don't punt the ball, especially deep, because bad things sometimes happen. And that's exactly what took place. Just an excellent special teams effort for the Lauderhill Lions. And now Golden Army is in big trouble as the Lions threaten deep in their territory.
Wow, they're going to the air.
And they're going right to the air. The ball is up. Looks like a flag on the play. The intention was for number 1 for Lauderhill, the star, Mr. Nick. And let's see here what the call is. Pass interference on the defense. Ouch.
Let's see if we see it.
Illegal shift on the offense. offsetting penalties there.
Oh, I don't know.
So those are 2 offsetting penalties. I'm sure the Chiefs are very excited that they don't get stuck with that penalty. But they're still in a big hole here as Lauderhill is threatening.
It's back to 1st and 10. Still got 1:44 left in the second quarter.
1:44 left to see if the Lions can begin to take control of this game. It's all knotted up at 6. Screen pass to the flats. And the turf monster
Clock is running.
causes that play to go to an end. Good defense there by the Chiefs. And now you see a little bit of hurry-up offense for the Lions. Snap is off. They're going again. This way, heavy pressure and excellent defense by the Chiefs. I think that was Lee Prince Jr.
Uh-oh. Little
And
baby
wow,
Freezy.
baby Freezy on the
bust through
side there from his defensive end position. Lauderhill gets set up and going again.
Wow.
Lee Prince has kind of been everywhere early. He's been sort of all over the place.
He's got a motor on him. A little guy. Have you seen his boxing training?
Well, he's a very great athlete. He does all kinds of things. I follow him on Instagram. But this is a key
Here we go. Shotgun set.
play here. They tried to do the screen pass, and it gets picked off. Will he have enough speed to go? He might. He could. He's going to get run out of bounds. And wow, they saw it coming. They've seen that play one too many times before. Let's take a look at it. Lauderhill goes back, and they want to go right back to that screenplay that worked so well. This time it was red, and that defensive back, he jumped it so perfectly. And now the Chiefs get about 28 seconds to make something happen here. Right before the half. Wow. This is an incredible 10U Super Bowl championship. Some of these coaches are they've had enough, too much excitement. But they better buckle up because this is going to go down to I believe this is going to go down to the last possession.
Hey, that's what we're here for. That is what we're here for.
Credit the Chiefs defense there being put in a hole by their own mistakes on special teams, getting a big stop when they needed it. And here goes first down, 28 seconds left in the first half, right before halftime. And they pick up another penalty here. I think we had a delay of game penalty on the Chiefs. So here we go. First and 15 for the Chiefs. 28 seconds left. I think they're going to just be content. No, they're going to go to the air. And it's intercepted. Almost. It was dropped. Wow.
Oh, and look who dropped it.
Oh, my goodness.
Look who dropped it.
The best player on the field.
The best player on the country. Oh, wow. Let's check that out again. Oh, my. That definitely would have been 6. You could have put 6 on the board.
Wow. He was wide open.
Boom.
And there was nobody going to get in his way. And he knows it. Look at him drop down to his knees.
Oh,
he knows
my
it.
goodness.
He knows it. Hey, but listen, I can't be too upset with that gentleman if I'm his coaches, because he bailed you out of some big issues. But 23 seconds left. The Chiefs, Golden Army going back to the air. Oh, what a big play. Touchdown. Oh, wow.
Did he
get in?
What's the call?
Did he get in?
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, no, I don't think he got in. A flag on the play. There's just too much going on.
Right.
Looked like he got down to the 1-yard line. There's 15 seconds on the clock. A flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be first and about 2 yards.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, 15 seconds left. First and goal here. The Chiefs got to move quickly. The give is up the middle with the big man. Will he get in? He doesn't look like he has it. He's stretching forward. That clock is still running. 5, 4, 3. They're not going to get it off. Oh, my goodness. Wow. And the Lions get a key and critical stop before halftime. 007, why don't you throw the football there?
It's first down. Why don't you? Wow, that is crazy.
Well, that's what it is. And when you talk about it, let's break this first half down. First of all, let's go back to that play. We got to see that play again.
Let's go to it.
After the bomb, the Golden Army goes to the air. They get down to the 2-yard line, and it was just an incredible offensive play. Quarterback drops back, throws the ball deep.
The wheel route.
The wheel.
Oh, perfect.
3 defenders.
Wow.
And he fell just short.
He dropped it right in there.
And then they go for the run to get the first down. So, nevertheless, all knotted up at 6 at halftime. Brandon O'Doy reporting for the Florida Youth Football League here with 007. And listen, man, you know.
This is what we came here for. They landed on the table right here. This is what we came to see. Oh, look at the beautiful trophies right there. That's what it's up for.
Can we bring that trophy over here and talk about what these teams are playing for? But let's kind of break down. What did you see in this first half of action? Lauderhill gets on the board first. And then, well, actually, correction, the Golden Army gets on the board first.
Exactly.
Just a great play by them. Offensively, you talked about how they ran, and then all of a sudden they go to the air and they get the score. And then Lauderhill gets kind of put in the hole, and they put in the hole, and then all of a sudden you see that Lauderhill was able to come back and score. And then just before the half, the Golden Army had the opportunity to get a go-ahead score, but they fell just shy at the 2-yard line. You say you like the play call. I didn't.
Which one?
Right there on the goal line, going in.
No, I didn't like that play call. No.
The run?
You got to throw that.
Oh,
first down, you got to throw the ball.
I thought you had to throw the ball too.
2 seconds now?
So maybe I misunderstood. But see, how do you? Oh, let's break this down before we get to the halftime festivities. How do you assess both these teams, how they came out from a coaching standpoint and a playing standpoint in the first half? Let's start with the Lauderhill Lions.
Well, I like both coaches' approach. The only thing I can say is the discipline. The Lauderhill Lions, they've been shooting themselves in the foot. So to go with the coaching aspect of it, I got to go with the Chiefs. They've been limiting their penalties. So, but as far as the approach, I love the way the Lions have been airing it out. They've been giving it to you everything. They've been giving you screens. They've been going deep. They've been doing short routes. I'm just impressed.
Well, they had some mistakes of their own. They had a few penalties, and also they really mishandled a kickoff.
Exactly.
And it was a double fumble, and that's why Lauderhill scored.
Yeah.
So if they don't make that mistake, you're possibly looking at a 6-0 or possibly a 12-0 ball game for Golden Army. But nevertheless, it is all knotted up at 6. I mean, this is an incredible atmosphere. I'm kind of worn out.
And it's only the first half.
And we've got an entire half to play as you're watching the Golden Army cheerleaders. This is an exceptional group of young ladies. We got to give them their fair due. They work so hard.
You see them? They out there. Look at them. Period.
And so, like I said, it's a battle on every level. The cheerleaders are battling. The parents are battling. The team moms are battling. The crowds are battling. But like I said, 007, it's getting a little bit colder.
Oh, I can feel it.
Out here. And, you know, we talked about trophies. Those are cheer trophies.
Wow.
They stand by their trophies. They're letting you know we're certified. But we're going to take a break here and get prepared for the second half. You're watching the FYFL on the Florida Youth Football League Facebook page, the best league in the nation. Stay tuned.
Man, I can't believe it. I'll take a seat for a second.
I was 14 when I got pregnant with Big Baby, and I had him at the age of 15.
If we go 5 minutes in any direction from our stadium, we're probably dealing with low to middle income housing, some people dealing with poverty.
I went to the feds, did 4 years. He was 2 when I went in.
Deadly police-involved shooting in Miami Gardens.
It's murder capital out here. My name is Anthony Terrell Jones. I'm Matt's stepfather. We see a lot of killing going on.
Officer! Officer!
Coach, Parks and Rec is going to find you guys. You guys have to clear.
We'll pay the fine for 1 minute.
Where he at is in the trenches where the kids really need help.
Black Toyota Corolla. Black Toyota Corolla. EGY B16. Hey, this is where we code it. Black Toyota Corolla. EGY B16. You gotta go.
Looking for that fresh new taste? Come satisfy your hunger right here at the Liquor. The drinks are mysteriously delightful, and our lobsters are seasoned, grilled, and prepared to perfection. You can't resist the flavor. Try our creamy, delicious chicken or shrimp pasta, our signature fried broccoli. Also introducing our new lobster mac and filet mignon, guaranteed to stimulate your taste buds. Shrimp, croissants, wings, fries, collard greens, and yams. The food you love is all right here at the Liquor.
minutes already to go.
All right, everybody together. Let's go. 2 trophies, everybody together. Come on, everybody together. You just like hide the back.
All right, throw them seeds up. Throw them seeds up.
Good job.
You got the 807 for that play.
Yeah. Oh, 90, excuse me.
He said, whatever receiver run a slant, he's going to be wide open. But I told him that's the problem. 5 ain't leaving the middle. 5 going to stay in the middle. Regardless what happened, he ain't going to leave the middle.
19.
So if he want to post, he can't be out of the middle.
Give it up to both groups of ladies.
Can't go all the way up.
Hurricanes.
Hey, what is this, man? What is it?
For the live?
No, man, we going about...
Here we go, second half of action. So, what's the key to this second half, 007? It's all knotted at 6.
It's time to make your little adjustments. Little tweak here, little tweak here. Minimize on your mistakes. All the jitters are gone right now. Now it's time to get that back to the basics.
Well, Lauderhill will get the ball first. Nice pickup on the run back. It's going to bring up a first down. 6-6 is your score as we start the third quarter here in this FYFL Super Bowl. I got to say, the Chiefs had a lot of things going offensively in that first half. They just weren't able to execute on each one of those things that they brilliantly had. You know, and the only problem with that is lack of execution. You've now shown your hand to Lauderhill, and they know what you plan on doing.
You're right. You're definitely right. We'll see which teams came and gonna make the adjustments, and that's gonna be who the winner, who's gonna take it out.
All right, the Chiefs get the ball here, Golden Army. With the first possession of the second half, shotgun handoff.
Oh, nice handoff.
Nice fundamental tackle there for Lauderhill. That's Jakari Johnson. That'll bring up second down and medium.
One thing you got to understand about this pistol set with this zone read, when the quarterback takes the shotgun and he rides the running back, he can easily have the option to throw the ball on every play.
You bring up a good point, and they do it again, this time along the right-hand side. Looks like they're wanting to establish the run, kind of lull them into the run game, bring everybody into the box, just like they did during the first quarter.
You know, at the beginning of the year, I wasn't a fan of this offense. If you're going to run it 95% of the time, which they did in the first matchup, why would you have an offense where your quarterback is pretty much showing everything?
Well, it's an RPO. It's a run pass option.
Exactly.
And so you're doing that with 10-year-olds, and you're trying to get him to perfect reading the defensive end on the side you're running towards. So we haven't seen him pull it yet, but you know it's probably coming.
Yep.
Third down here. We see the jet sweep action. We saw this earlier, but it's well defended. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Chiefs. So I think I don't want to call it conservative. It's kind of, I guess, Golden Army coming out in the second half, as you say, staying true to who they are, a run-first team, but focused on probably trying to see what they can accomplish in the run game before they take passes, risk in passing the ball, because passing is a risk at 10U, even with these skilled teams.
You're definitely right.
All right, so 4th down here, you would expect a punt. It's 4th and about 6. It is a punt. Remember, their punt was blocked earlier, and then what a tackle. That was number 4. We called his name earlier. That's Jakari Johnson. And listen, he's turned up in this second half from a defensive perspective. Watch it again. And, there had to be probably 007 some timidity about punting because the last punt was blocked. So here you see a fake, but why wouldn't you just, if you're going to do that, why wouldn't you just run the football normal? Because Mr. Johnson wasn't having it. He was not fooled at all.
He wanted the milk and cookies.
And now you put yourself back in the similar situation that you just got out of at the end of the second half.
Maybe they saw something in the first half. Maybe they saw the wrong thing. That did not work.
They played pretty good defense the last time. Lauderhill with good field position, but threatening to open up the second half.
Did you notice the kids shifting on their own?
Well, what I'm noticing is the give right away to Nick Lanier, their star player, who I don't think he got enough touches in that first half if I'm a Lauderhill Lion fan.
I say it all the time.
How much do you want to bet that his mom probably came out and said, "What are y'all doing? Give my son the football."
And you know what? Guess where Mr. Nick stays? He's right in Miami Gardens' backyard.
Yeah, that hurts. So, but that's South Florida football for you. 6-6 is your score. Just at the beginning of the third quarter, second half football here in the 10U championship of FYFL. First possession of the second half, the end of the round, and there is a flag on the second down play. Got to check that flag here. Lauderhill is going backwards, 007, and you don't want to see that. What were the adjustments that needed to be made as we watched this play that results in just a small game? What were the adjustments that needed to be made at halftime for both of these teams?
From a Lauderhill standpoint, it's discipline, from the penalties. From Golden Army, I really don't think they really didn't do too bad. They played their game. They got to kind of play like a perfect game to hang in this game, pretty much.
Third down, and the give is to Nick Lanier, who has a lot of early touches here in this third quarter. That's one of the things that I'm noticing, 007. They've been very intentional about getting him the football.
They have to. You got to feed that man. He's the most dynamic player in the country, on offense and defense.
All right, 4th and 5 here. What do you do? I don't think a punt is appropriate, but what's your play call here? You're on about the 30-yard line.
Well, fourth and 5, you got a whole gambit
inside the 30.
You got a whole gambit of plays you can run. You can run it, you can pass it, you got screens. You're in a good position.
Well, it's going to be 4th and a little bit more than that. Timeout. Well, I thought that was a penalty, but timeout, Lauderhill. Now, that's a very difficult timeout to take early in the third quarter because you only get 3, and you might need them late in this football game to come back.
Come satisfy your hunger right here at the Liquor. The drinks are mysteriously delightful, and our lobsters are seasoned, grilled, and prepared to perfection. You can't resist the flavor. Try our creamy, delicious chicken or shrimp pasta, our signature fried broccoli. Also introducing our new lobster mac and filet mignon, guaranteed to stimulate your taste buds. Shrimp, croissants, wings, fries, collard greens, and yams. The food you love is all right here at the Liquor.
Okay, back from the timeout. It's still 4th and 5, 007. And you play that finger licking commercial. I hope finger licking is sponsoring the broadcast.
Oh, they definitely are.
I hope we can get a meal in here before this is over.
I know that. Say it again.
But here's a critical 4th down play. Wow, some movement on the Chiefs sidelines.
Okay.
But the ball was snapped. What is going on? Mass confusion.
False start. False start on the Lions. Wow. That's a whole new different set of plays.
Well, wait a minute. Let's see what the referee says here, because the Golden Army defender did jump into the neutral zone there. Oh, they are going to call a false start. So
yes,
typically what you coach up is if you see the guy move into the neutral zone as a center, you snap the ball. But he was about 2 seconds delayed.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And the guy jumped back across.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
And nobody moved. He did not cause someone to move. And that's just difficult to coach a 10U team to do. But it's going to result in a punt.
Pretty good punt.
Punt is fielded. And I don't know about fielding that one, but the man is still on his feet. He's going in the wrong direction. Oh, my goodness. Disastrous for the Golden Army. Yikes.
Let's check out that play.
Special teams are a big deal when you're 10 years old. Great punt here, but I don't know if you field that one. He got to go north and south if you make the decision to do that. And the punt coverage was absolutely excellent from Lauderhill.
Yes, it was.
And the Golden Army Chiefs are going to be in a big hole. This is the second time that's happened. Timeout on the field here. And all right, 007. The Chiefs backed up in their own end zone again. The strategy they used the last time was to run the football. What do they do this time?
I think they're going to give you a little more lullaby, just so they could bait you up to go over top. I think that's what the game plan.
That's how they scored the first time.
You're right.
It looked like they were trying to set that up on the first offensive series of the third quarter. They were kind of trying to lull them back in. Didn't really work, but they also didn't attempt to pass out of it.
Yep,
they ran the ball 3 straight down.
You know, sometimes you gotta put a little meat on the bait.
Of course.
A little bit at a time, till you feel
hey, it's a
feel
chess
like
match.
they're gonna bite it.
Well, it wasn't quite as bad as I had initially spoke. They got out to about the 13-yard line, Golden Army did, and they're going to start from there. There's a fumble on the play. Oh, my goodness. And the Lions think they have it. If they do, it's a major, major turn of events. Let's see what the referee's called is. It is Lions football. Oh, my goodness. First down, Lauderhill Lions.
Wow, we got a barn burner.
007, show me that one again because, man.
Here we go.
This might be the key to the game so far. Just an innocent run play.
Wow, he didn't get the handoff.
He never got the handoff.
He never got the handoff. Wow.
Disastrous. But can Lauderhill capitalize? Because they've had a lot of these turnovers, but they've only been able to capitalize off of one of them.
Wow, let's check that out one more time.
It's a heartbreaking exchange here from the quarterback and
oh, we got live action. We got live action. Let's go. Another handoff.
Handoff up the middle to number 8. He's been the workhorse.
Yes, he has. He definitely toast the cowbell.
That's Virgil Lemons, and you know, Virgil has been, he's probably upwards of 60 or so, I would say, yards for this contest, and he's just been a guy that has been so steady, and everything that he's doing, he's just showing why he's one of the best in his age group.
He definitely gives you those blows to the body. Look at him. He just keeps
there he
going.
goes again.
Ooh, nice hit.
He's got to hold on to the football, though. He did have one unfortunate fumble earlier in this contest.
That was a nice hit. Check that out.
There's been some really good hitting in this contest here.
Oh, definitely.
You're going to see Virgil get the ball, and then he's going to go along that left-hand side. He's going to get walloped here. Boom!
Mama, there go that man. But you know what?
That's what you expect out of your bell cap.
But you know what? They don't take him out. It's nothing.
Nah, he's built for this. He's not going to come out until this game is over. If I'm his coach, I run him until I see that white stuff that's coming out of his mouth due to pure exhaustion. But he's ready for this. This is what these kids live for. This is what they practice for.
Oh, did you see the
condition
handoff?
for it. Just an excellent
did you
stiff
see
arm.
the play call?
No getting around that young man, number 9. That was a great open field tackle on one of the best players, Nick Lanier.
I love the design of the play. Like, you saw the man in motion, give you the little eye candy, and watch the quarterback just spin around. I mean, I'm a fan of.
Watch this. You see the quarterback puts him in motion. He wasn't where he needed to be. Motion left to 8, and then you give right. That's a Scott Lake Viking Buddy Bailey play.
Really?
That's a cross buck. That's what that is. It's run a little bit differently.
It's a sweet design.
All it was is a cross buck. And they won championship after championship with that play. It's going to be a break for water.
Your girl. Where your girl at?
So it's getting tense here, I gotta say. It's a big 4th down play here, 007. And wow, look at this. Lauderhill is going to kick a field goal. Something you almost never see, but big number 40 has been known to kick them before. So let's take a look at the field goal attempt. The kick is up, and oh my goodness, did he get it? It's good. Wow. Big number 40. He's done it so many times. He kicked the game winner last year. That's Jamar Thompson. And now the score is 9-6. Could that be the game winner? Could that be the game winner for Lauderhill? Just incredible acumen and football skill here for these young 10 and 11-year-old young men. Wow, I'm blown away by that. And just the call on 4th down to know you've got a kid with the leg to be able to manage that kind of pressure and that kind of kick. That was clutch. That was absolutely clutch. And that was big time. And that young man has done it before in triple overtime last year. He did it again. What is his name? We called it before. Number 40, Jamar Thompson. Doesn't get any better than that. Does not get any better than that. You are watching the FYFL Super Bowl 10U Championship live on Florida Youth Football League Facebook page. Brandon O'Doy joining by 007. We are so excited to be here at this game. We've got about a minute and 54 seconds left. A 9-6 ball game. Lauderhill is up by 3 after a fantastic field goal by Jamar Thompson. That is the difference in the game at this point. The Chiefs have had a lot of things going. They scored first through the air, and they had a tremendous amount of success with their offensive complexity. Had the opportunity to score right before the first half ended, and the play was stopped on the 2-yard line. So, 9-6 ball game, Golden Army with the football. Shotgun snap, quarterback dancing around in the pocket. He's going to take off, and he's brought down by the Lauderhill defender. But 007, as we welcome you back, let's take another look at that field goal, man. Well, we won't be able to look at it, but let's talk about it.
Most definitely. Hey, we spoke about that at the beginning of the game.
We did.
We said the difference is the Lions have a field goal kicker.
Yeah, Jamar Thompson is his name. And this is not the first time he's made such big kicks.
Yeah,
as we talked about.
And he's clutch, too.
He's super clutch. Second down and about 5 for the Golden Army.
They're going to the air game.
Looks like that pass hit the dirt first. It's going to bring up third down for the Chiefs. Well, 007, my question to you is, you got a big third down play here. You're down by 3 points. If you score, you're fine. But what do you got to do here? Because you got to start picking up third down. You got to start picking up third down.
Exactly. And you don't have the luxury that the Lions have to get to the 20-yard line and be able to kick a
30-yard field goal.
You don't have that luxury. So you got to score. Exactly.
Which is absolutely ridiculous. But that's why they're the best in the country.
So
these two teams.
You have got to score.
Well, they're looking to go to the air here.
Oh, nice ball. Nice throw.
Did he catch that? Oh, my goodness, he did.
Wow.
First down, Golden Army. And wow.
Just like that.
You saw that Golden Army coach was right there, and he's like, hey, man, he caught that football.
That was a pretty ball. Let's check that out.
That's exactly what they needed.
Wow, that was a pretty ball. Let's check. We got trips left. See, that's what you go.
In between two defenders. Just clutch. And Golden Army is on the move.
They're capitalizing off this momentum with the quick huddle.
Only 40 seconds remain in the third quarter here. Brought down in the backfield. The silencer by number.
Wow.
I think that was number 5. Sherman Isaac.
But you can chalk that catch up to the formation. They went trips left. When you go trips left, you force that deep safety to respect that side of the 3 receiver.
Yeah, because you don't allow the safety to kind of cheat over even to the side of your best receiver, and that's exactly what took place.
Exactly.
And the Chiefs got a lot of momentum going here, but that's going to do it for the third quarter. Put your 4s in the air, 007.
Uh-oh.
It's fourth quarter football, FYFL. Super Bowl championship. It doesn't get any better than this.
It's
the Golden Army and the Lauderhill Lions 10U edition. They've done it on 8U. They've done it on 9U. And finally, the 10U battle. Lauderhill got the best of the Golden Army earlier, but this is the championship game. All right, here we go, fourth quarter football. So everything matters now in the fourth quarter. Everything always matters, but especially everything is magnified in the fourth quarter. Second down here for the Golden Army. From the 45-yard line, the run is up the middle. There's nothing there.
This may be the last quarter of your season. It all comes down to here. It's time to leave it all on the line right now. There will be no load management in this game.
No, everybody's playing until the whistle blows. That was Jakari Johnson on the tackle. He's been everywhere, number 4 on defense.
He's been everywhere. He's been a beast.
You got to really rely on those veteran players, those guys who have brought you here, up to this point.
And I'm definitely looking for I'm definitely looking for that man, that deep safety in the back. I'm looking for him to do something special.
Pass is incomplete. That's going to bring up fourth down. Okay, 007, what do you do?
Oh, man, I'm not sure. With that route.
All right, fourth down. I don't think they're going to punt anymore.
That's a very hard route on any level to throw. Out, it's very hard. And I definitely am not sure if that's the play call I would have went with.
Well, here it is. They gotta go for this.
The crowd is in it. They are definitely in it.
Quarterback drop back to pass. The pass is going to be intercepted.
I told you. Who did I tell you? Never he's going to do something special. I told you. I told you. I told you.
He's going to go. Oh, my God. He might go. This is going to do it. If he scores, it's over. Touchdown.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Did I not call it? Did I not call it?
Yeah,
I told you he was going to do something special. I told you he was going to do something special.
Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say about it, young man. I really don't. Nick Lanier. Oh my goodness. Let's watch it again. I'm speechless.
I told you he was going to do something special. I told you. There it is.
Watch him get it. Remember we talked about when he almost intercepted the pass in the first half.
It would have went 6. I told you.
If he'd have gotten it, it'd have gone.
Same place.
It's the exact same place on the field.
Exact same place. Wow. Wow. This is what we came to see.
15-6 before the extra point. Wow. What a game. What a game. You like football, huh? You're like this. All right, this is a big extra point here because this is going to make it a 17-6 game. And it's up and it's good.
Wow.
That's what you want. If you're Lauderhill, you want your best 2 players. First, Nick Lanier with the pick 6, and then capping it off, Jamar Thompson. And I'm telling you, man, that is how you make sure you come home with the Super Bowl ring. Just a big turn of events. Just a big turn of events. You get a 30-yard field goal by Jamar Thompson. You get a pick 6 from Nicholas Lanier, your best player, because reality is, 007, you had to come out with a vengeance and get him the football in the first half. They did not get him the football.
Did we not say it? Did we not call it?
I bet his mom had something to do with that. I'm willing to bet.
Hey,
I'm not a genie, but I'm willing to bet. I'm not a betting man either, but I'm willing to bet. She had something to say. Get my son the football.
You got to feed him.
Got to feed the beast, and he took it on his own right. He made some plays on defense that said, hey, look, my team needs me, and big-time players made big-time plays
in big time
games.
situations. There you go. That's
I think
exactly
that
what
might-
happened.
I think that might do it. It's 8 minutes left. There's a lot of time, but that's a lot to ask.
Wow.
17-6 is a lot to ask in a 10U football game.
Deep kick.
Great kickoff.
Deep kick.
What are they going to do?
He fields it.
They're going to do something. They need to get a good kick return here. They don't. I don't think the Chiefs are going to go away that easily, though.
Wow.
17-6 is a tough score, but for some reason, I don't think the magic in this game. I think the magic in this game is done. That's an 11-point lead, but it's still a 2-score game.
Wow. This is
8 minutes and 29 seconds.
This is football at its finest.
Just so impressed by Lauderhill.
Wow.
Kick a 30-yard field goal, get a pick
Wow.
six. After you basically haven't really done a whole lot on offense.
Wow.
I mean, let's face it. Offensively, they really haven't done a whole lot.
Wow.
Been
Yeah,
backing
you're
up
right.
with penalties, and they just say, you know what? Our defense can win us this game.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Special
absolutely
teams
right.
can win us this game.
And Mr.
We
Dynamic
can
back
get the
there.
onside kick. We can get the field goal. We can get the pick six.
I knew it was going to be
All right,
something
here we
special
go.
about
First
Mr.
down
Dynamic.
and 10. Ball is out on a bubble. It's going absolutely nowhere.
The Lions smell blood. The Lions smell blood.
They're turned up to the max. That was number 22 on the tackle, Javion Francois, who made a great open field tackle. And what do you do now if you're the Chiefs?
Wow, you got to dig deep, man. You got to dig deep. One thing
Listen, you make a mistake down here, and this game is over. They score again. It's tough now, but
your back is already against the wall.
the ball is on the Chiefs' 10-yard line. It's second down at about 20. This is dangerous territory here. The pass is deep. Great
Nice catch. Wow.
Still on his feet.
They're not giving up.
Listen, they've been doing that all game.
They're not giving up. Did that move to change?
The Chiefs offensively have been about as good as you can possibly be.
Yes, they
I just
have.
think that they've had some very unfortunate things. Some turnovers. They ran out of time at the end of the first half.
Yeah,
But they've been executing on these long pass plays. But I think now that they've declared, because they can't run the ball anymore.
You're right.
They got to throw the ball.
You're right. Got about 7 minutes.
You don't have time. You've got 7 minutes and 24 seconds left. You've got a big third down here, third and about 4. All right, 007, give it to me. 7:24 left in this contest. You're down 11 points if you're the Golden Army. What do you do to get back in this football game?
I'm just gonna go off the look of the coaching staff of the Golden Army. They look shocked out there. That energy is gonna transfer.
I mean, but wouldn't you be?
Hey, you got to.
You just had someone kick a 30-yard field goal and 10U.
Hey, you got to.
And then they come back and get a pick six, and he should have been down right here at about the 40-yard line. But he just made an incredible play, Nick Lanier.
You got to put it together. You got to put on the front for your kids. They're going to look to you, and they're going to react off of that.
All right, this is a big third down play here for the Chiefs. Quarterback goes back to pass. It's deep. Pass broken up.
Nice coverage.
Wow, that's great coverage. Not nice coverage, great coverage.
Exactly.
Look, he's letting them know about it, too. He's in his face like, don't try me, man. Do not try me, bruh.
See,
fourth down, what do? Do you punt this? I don't know if there's enough time.
4th and 4? I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going with a hard count, a hard 2 count. See if I can get that offsides.
Well, you got a timeout in your pocket, so I mean, there's not going to be that much more time left.
I don't want to. No, you can't use that timeout right now.
Well, you got to use it if you try to fake and go off sides and you're not ready to run a play. You got to.
No, you got to have your play ready, but you got to give them the hard count.
They're going for it, but oh wow, they moved. Luckily, they didn't get a call, so the quarterback gets it.
Wow,
He's going to pick it up.
Great call.
He's got to pick it up.
Great
wow.
call.
You're going to move the chains. They missed a false start. They missed a false start right there. The Lauderhill Lions
but you know what?
Can't believe it. They cannot believe it down there. They absolutely can't believe it. They are distraught. Look at them.
But you know what? That offsides, the coach may have called a hard 2 count, and it worked against him. He just didn't. The ref just didn't call the offsides on his own team.
Well, no false start called there. 1st and 10 for the Golden Army, and they are in a desperate situation here. 6:16 left in this football game, the 10U FYFL Super Bowl, and there's going to be a timeout on the field here.
Let's show that first down. Let's show how they got that first down again.
They did it the way they've been doing it all game. I think he's the MVP. You see the false start. They didn't call it. The quarterback, he's been excellent all game long.
Wow.
He takes what the defense gives him.
Wow.
He knew he had to get 5 yards, and he picked it up.
That was a clutch read.
Okay, so now you picked up a critical 4th down play.
Wow.
Now what do you do? Because you're deep in your own territory, you're at your own 31-yard line. If you're the Golden Army, you got to score not once, but you got to score twice.
Wow. Exactly. You're down by 11. If you would have had, if this would have been Lauderhill was in this position, they could score 1 time and get the 2 because they have a kicker, and it's a touchdown and a field goal. But when you got to definitely have to score twice, it's a totally different ball game.
It's a totally different ball game when you're executing on offense, defense, and special teams, especially at a 10U competition level. But this is one thing the Chiefs have been doing. They've been throwing deep. And I don't know, man. Mr. Francois over there is not having it.
Wow. They keep trying that side, though. One thing about Little League football, you always put your best cornerback on the opposite side of the field.
Okay. Why do you do that?
You put him on that island because you don't have to coach him.
Oh, because you can't speak to him.
You can't speak to him.
You mean in the opposite side of the coaching staff?
Exactly.
Right,
that's what you always do.
You put the guy that you're not going to be able to coach.
Exactly.
As much.
So if I was going to target.
And that guy right now is Virgil Lemons for the Lauderhill Lions. He's over there. He's the safety. He's the deep safety over there. Nick Lanier, they have him number 1 in the middle of the field. You got Lemons. Virgil Lemons.
So if you're gonna target a cornerback,
right?
Don't target the cornerback that's on your side of the field.
So you got to be on the coach's side.
Exactly.
Because he's got to be the weaker of the 2.
Exactly.
In most cases.
Exactly. In most cases. That's how we coach in South Florida, Florida Youth Football League.
Okay.
It just makes sense.
Hey, 007, that was a great coaching nugget. That's why you've been coaching for over 10 years.
Exactly.
All right, but this is a key and a critical down here.
Look at him shifting.
And they keep passing to that side. It's just not going to be a whole lot there. Well, he does pick up some good yardage, not quite the first. Gets out of bounds. I like that. Getting out of bounds and stopping the clock there.
You're right. You're absolutely
because you
right.
got only 5 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. They want to talk about this one. The air's kind of been let out of this place with that big turn of events with the field goal by.
You're right. That was
by
kid,
Johnson and
that kid is
pick 6.
So young to be so clutch. It's unbelievable.
And have you ever heard him his trash talk? His trash talk is like so.
He got next level trash talking.
Yeah. Let's see Coach Rod Mack walking in front of the broadcast booth.
He did what he was supposed to do. I
think Rod Mack already had his jacket updated with his championship. I think he already had the package.
Wow.
He's kind of a rude guy in there.
Hey.
He changed, as you said, he changed uniforms at the halftime. My goodness gracious, Rod Mack. Congratulations to him and his 13U Ravens as they won the 13U National Championship over the Miami Gardens Chiefs. But here we go. Second down here for the Chiefs. Quarterback on the scramble again. It looks like he's going to pick up another first down. He did it before on 4th and short. He picks up another one here. The problem is the clock continues to run. He did not get out of bounds. We're at 5 minutes and counting, and the Golden Army is trailing 17-6. They trail by 11. They need at least 2 scores, not just a field goal and an extra, and a touchdown with an extra point. They need 2 scores. Shotgun pass. The pass is incomplete. Intended for number 9 for the Golden Army. And the president of Lauderhill, Mr. Sam, I mean, this guy is in a very good mood right now. He's DJing, he's coaching. I mean, he's doing all kind of stuff. 007, it looks like you got him. Let's hear from the Lauderhill Lions president. .007, we'll go to you. Take it away. I can't hear. Shotgun pass here. Golden Army gets that. Reception by number 5, and they still got life here. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remain in the football game. First down play here by Golden Army. Shotgun pass. Quarterback's going to take off again. He smartly gets out of bounds there. That's going to stop the clock with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left. All right, 007.
Don't worry about that.
Oh, is it that one?
Yeah.
So the pass is up and it's incomplete by the Chiefs. It's going to bring up third down.
Wow, we got 4 minutes left. Got 4 minutes left. Do the Chiefs have it in them? They haven't given up. That's one thing I got to say. They haven't laid down.
Well, how could you? It's too much on the line, and these kids, they want to win. They didn't like the way that first game ended earlier in the season. This is a big third down conversion here. They're going to go for it on 4th anyway, but you got to make something happen.
Wow.
And the pass falls incomplete. They're kind of moving that ball over to the right side a little bit. You talked about toward the coaching side, throwing to that side. It looks like they're getting a little bit closer to doing that, but this is probably the game here on 4th down.
Wow.
4th down with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left.
This is it right here. This is it.
They got about 5 yards they need to pick up for the first down.
You better go into them special plays that you've been drawing up. Whatever you done saved for the beginning of the season, you better bring it out right now on this play.
Yeah, there is no tomorrow. You put your best play on the field right now.
Uh-oh.
3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game.
Trips White twins left, empty backfield. Shotgun set.
This might be a quarterback sneak. No, he passes it.
Oh, perfect, good break call.
And he's still on his feet.
Great call.
Oh, he's going to score.
Uh-oh.
No. He cuts.
Great call.
It's a great call, but they got to move.
Yeah, they got to.
They're not moving.
Let's check that out. Let's check that out real quick if we got the time.
Man, this is clutch. We got the time. Clock stops. 3:46 left. Great pass over the center. Just a great catch. How the young man adjusted. Looked like he was going to outrun him to the left-hand side. I don't know if he didn't trust the speed or not, but I thought he had a touchdown if he just crept to that left-hand side.
What a clutch call. What a clutch call.
They're coaching football at the Golden Army. All right, first down here from the 11-yard line. It's called 12. Screen pass out to the left-hand side. It's well read, cut up. Now the problem with that play is the clock just runs.
You're right about that. You're right. You're absolutely right. We got about 3 minutes left.
Well, we're under 3 minutes now. 11-point deficit for the Golden Army. 17-6. Fourth quarter.
You got to hope you can get a quick score.
Under 3 to
and
go. I'm blown away by how slow they're taking to get this, because they finally call a timeout.
And there it is.
You got to get not only you got to get not only this touchdown here, but you got to recover the onside kick also, and then you got to score again. and I don't know you have a kicker, so you actually have to score twice.
You have to score twice. Wow.
It's a tall order, but we've seen a lot of things we didn't think we'd ever see in this contest between these two teams.
Wow. This is what we came to see. They definitely put on the show.
Well, they break the huddle from the timeout here. Brandon O'Doy of footballhotbed.com, 007, live on the FYFL Facebook page, bringing you one of the most exciting football games, matchups, rivalries, the game of the century as far as youth football is concerned, the latest edition of Golden Army and Lauderhill. Oh my goodness, fumble of the snap, and he's going to get brought down.
Oh, he's got to hurry up. They have got to hurry up. The time is running.
Clock is ticking. 2 minutes and 31. They just don't seem to be in a hurry here, 007. I don't understand that.
I mean, what are you doing? This is your season. This is all the hard work that you done grit and grind and done put in all year.
It'll be 2 minutes when they snap the ball. 2 minutes remaining. They go to the air. Pass is incomplete. Well, at least you stop the clock. That's going to bring up, I believe, fourth down.
You're going to have to reach in that bag of tricks again, but now this is 4th and 10.
You get to the 2-yard line, it's a first.
Wow.
I mean, what do you even call here?
I think he's ran out of his lucky charm.
Well, we haven't seen a screen.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But this Lauderhill defense is so fast, I don't think a screen will get it. You know, a screen works when you're in the red zone. Your safeties don't have to go as far back, you know?
Well, and the problem with that screen, number one, is in the middle of the field.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see here. 4th down of the game. Here it is.
This might be it.
Exactly 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in this 10U championship. FYFL. They look to pass, going deep in zone, and that's him. Broken up by number 1, Nicholas Lanier.
There he is.
And that's going to be it.
Wow.
Ball will turn over on downs. 2 minutes left to go, and Lauderhill will take over on their own 11-yard line.
That just took the life out of the party.
All right.
Reality beginning to set in for the Chiefs.
Wow. Where do you go from here?
Well, you can't give up, because stranger things have happened. Because if you run the football instead of downing the football, there is a chance of a handoff, a fumble. Lauderhill has been making mistakes all football game.
You're right. Anything can still happen.
So anything can still happen. There's exactly 2 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. Let's see how they handle it.
I'm not giving off any handoffs.
Well, they do give the ball off. It's up the middle. And the clock just ticks.
I'm going full hard, no punt.
You know what I would do?
I'm not handing off the ball.
I think I would run it with the quarterback. I mean, to me,
exactly, no handoff. Exactly. Just let quarterback keep it. Quarterback keep it left, quarterback keep it right. And if I'm Golden Army, I'm going goal line, stacking the box, everything. I'm blitzing. I'm doing whatever I can.
Well, they're going to let this clock run all the way down here. 1:25 left. The quarterback is looking to the sidelines to get instructions on when to call the ball. I think he's going to knee it here. No, he hands it off. And this is so tough if you're Golden Army. So difficult to deal with.
Wow.
You lose on the last play of the game in the regular season, and you come out here for a Super Bowl, and you get a 30-yard field goal kicked on you and a pick six, and that's how you go home. Just a really difficult situation if you're Golden Army.
The crowd is starting to feel it.
Under a minute here on this third down play. The Golden Army is going to call a timeout. And look at that coaching staff. Look at that Golden Army coaching staff.
Wow.
Disbelief. Utter disbelief.
Wow. Like, it was so close. All season, it was so close. Look at them holding up the trophy.
Wow, look at Lauderhill.
Wow.
They know it. They know it. I don't think I've ever seen someone hold the trophy up before the game was over.
It happened last game, too. Who's giving away the trophies?
You don't have to give away the trophy. Whoever's giving away the trophies here is fired. They don't need him anymore. But they do have to snap the ball on fourth down here. You got to try to see if, this is still a dangerous situation. And they're going to call a timeout. Ball will be turned over on downs, and there will be 41 seconds remaining for the Golden Army when they pick this. When they get this first down. This is not over, 007. This game is not over because Golden Army saved their timeouts, and now they get a chance to go deep here. With 41 seconds left, Lauderhill took as much time off the clock as they possibly could, but you got 41 seconds left and you are within striking distance. They've been hitting bomb plays in the passing game up to this point. Let's see what happens here. Ball's on the 35-yard line. Quarterback throwing toward the end zone. Oh, the pass is dropped. Yikes, he was wide open. 14 seconds left in this contest. Apologies there. The scoreboard is very difficult to read. This is going to be, if not the last play, it'll be the second to last play of this game. To have any chance of an onside kick or anything else happening, Golden Army's got to get in the end zone here. Okay, here we go. Here's the ball game. Pass is short of the end zone here, and it's dropped. We'll get one more chance. 9 seconds remaining in the football game. Third down. Wow. Reality starting to set in for all of these young men on both sides. For the Chiefs, a season well spent but coming up just short, and for the Lions, absolute jubilation. Here's the last play of the ball game, 9 seconds remaining. Truly looking for a Hail Mary miracle here. The pass is incomplete. going to be one more down here. One more down. 4th down. 4 seconds left. Not going to be able to make up an 11-point deficit in 4 seconds. But the Chiefs are going to do what they got to do to go out and leave it all on the field. Got to give props to both sides, both of these young men. They've been exceptional all season long and really all career long, starting from their very youth when this rivalry started, when they were on the 8U. Here's the last play. He'll heave it toward the end zone if he can get it off, and he's going to take off and run, and they're going to tackle him just short, and that's it. Your Lauderhill Lions are going to be the 10U FYFL Super Bowl champions. That was a pretty good game, 007. That was a pretty good game.
Oh, it definitely was. They did what they came to do. They set it out all year. Coach, he gave Golden Army their respect. Yeah. But he just said he liked his team. And they came and showed.
3 touchdowns?
Yeah, he did say 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, not quite. I mean, they won by 2 scores.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great game, man. You can only tip your hat to this Golden Army squad. They came out and they laid it on the line. And that's all you can say for it. Hey, sometimes you win some, you lose some.
Coach Battle talking about Nick Lanier, who's a big time guy. He's got to be the MVP of this game. Well, that's going to do it here as we change over. For 007, I'm Brandon O'Doy. 10U champion in FYFL is the Lauderhill Lions. Final comments, 007.
I'm just glad I came here. I made it here to witness this great 2 teams going at it, battle for battle. It was a classic. They did not disappoint me at all.
It's hard when a game has so much hype
to live up to it. Exactly.
and it did. It really, really did. Well, it's been a pleasure, my friend. I feel like we've known each other for many years, even though we just met.
Yes, we did.
So, wrapping everything up here, 17-6, game of the century, part 2, really.
You're right.
Well, I would say maybe part 3 or 4. I mean, every time these guys play 007, it's the game of the century. These 2 teams are incredibly well coached. They're just super physical, but I got to highlight at least one player, Nicholas Lanier, number 1 for Lauderhill.
Definitely.
He is a guy that really we didn't hear much from him in the first half, and he completely took over this ball game.
You're right.
What is it about him that makes him so special?
I don't know. He's a small kid. He's not that big, but he is lightning in a bottle. You know, I called it right before he got that pick. I say, right. I'm looking for something special.
Well, that was the thing. We all felt like had he gotten the pick that he dropped in the first half, he would have taken that, and that would have been the difference in the game. He dropped down to his knees because he knows he wants to be that difference maker.
You're right.
He's
He
the kind
definitely
of guy
is.
that really just he wants the spotlight. He never shies away from it. It's no moment is too big for him. I thought that the Lions did a poor job offensively getting him the ball in the first half.
You're right.
And it wasn't so much that they did a whole lot better in the second half. It's just he got a feel for the game.
Exactly.
A couple of touches here, a couple of targets in the passing game. All of a sudden, that kind of turned him up. And then he took it to the house on a pick six.
And he did. Let's check out these cheerleaders.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to the FYFL 13 league. They start at, I think, 8. So I have just enough time to get over there. Okay. Because these games aren't expected to be as good. I don't think so.
Please send Chris this way. When they finish up over there, please send Chris over here. As soon as they're done. What? Okay, I got this. Wait till he's done. Thank you.